Inclusive teaching, supporting all students in the college classroom. Create opportunities for collaborative learning.
So a pedagogical process that values cooperation over competition creates opportunities for students to engage in meaningful interaction where they get to learn about each other in deep, intimate ways and build strong relationships that create partnerships in the learning process. When we create these partnerships, when we strengthen these relationships, students get to work together instead of competing against each other. And that kind of arrangement allows for a really powerful co-construction of knowledge. I think this is especially important for historically marginalized students because often they enter the learning environment with a sense of not belonging, and building relationships can help facilitate that self of belonging. So creating pedagogical activities that foster cooperation, allow for trust building, allow for relationship building, and allow for students to have a greater sense of belonging in the learning environment. Some strategies that instructors can use to create cooperative instead of competitive learning environments. I tend to really think about course design in a way that makes it impossible for students to succeed in isolation. So part of the success is having to work with other people in the co-construction of knowledge. When faculty are intentional about designing their courses in a manner that facilitate cooperation, that facilitate relationship building, it again creates powerful, intimate learning opportunities. So thinking about the types of activities we choose, the ways in which students can work together, not just in the traditional group work sense. I encourage my students to share responsibility for tackling the massive readings I assign. I'm very clear about telling my students this course is not designed for you to succeed in isolation. Having opportunities for collaborative assignments, so giving students the opportunities to work on a particular writing assignment in a partnership, in a pair, or a case study where there are 3 or 4 students participating in that project. I think about scaffolding the learning environment in a way where students have an opportunity to think on their own and then share their thinking with a partner in a pair or in a triad. They would also have the opportunity to be a part of a smaller learning group. So they would work in groups of 4 or 5 students at a time, thinking through, making sense of the readings, tackling a particular project or problem together. And then even in the classroom and the design of the classroom, the large classroom activities, students have opportunities to engage each other in small groups, larger groups, and the class as a whole. So it really requires strategic positioning of assignments and activities that have to be done in partnership.